what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palms. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight.
It looks like my setup is already starting. That's awesome. Thank you for already fucking up on my intro, but hello everyone. I guess we are going straight for it. No intro or anything. That's all right. That was abrupt. It's supposed to like smoothly transition into the next scene, and it clearly is not feeling it today. I hit go live and it took like a solid 2 minutes to actually go live. I really like EV Mux, but it is not an easy program to run. And I've been really trying to handle it, but unfortunately it sometimes does like to throw a few errors. So, good evening everyone. I was supposed to have Drew from Comics Elite on. He will be on. We are rescheduling, and that should be super fun. And we're going to talk about Power Hour 2 tomorrow. I am going to talk about with Strange Brain Parts about some old comics and fun stuff like that. But tonight we're going to dive into the drama, because Drama Queen Dave, or Dane, whatever, who stole his name from the Black Knight, right? Dane Whitman. Okay, whatever. Is actually spreading bigotry and misinformation. Bigotry and misinformation, everyone. Bigotry, misinformation. And we're gonna talk about it. But Robert, thank you so much. I'm so glad to help out Tris. The moment I saw Dane start a stream, like I knew he was gonna do one, but in the thing he was saying about me, he said afternoon or evening, right? So I was like, cool, okay. I'll just screen record and we'll talk about it on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or whatever. But he waited. What time did he even go live? Like midnight? Like, if you're trying to do damage control because you got outed as a pedo sympathizer, probably not best to do it at midnight, but whatever. I don't really care. I know I knew I had to record / snipe it. Well, isn't sniping when you like go in and harass people? I don't think it's sniping. You're just recording. I'm sorry for the hiccups problems. By the way, I had fun at the con. Saw Kate's. Let me bring up the other part. Stegman. Andy Lanning, Amy Chu, Carl Weathers, Chris Lloyd, Rooker, freaking Merle, Tomasi, and so many more. That is awesome. That is so cool to hear. I do have my new intro will be out tomorrow, and I will be talking about that. I've got a new intro from Robert, from Amy Chu and Ryan Segman, and just a bunch of awesome people. So I got to edit that, but I was working on this today. So it was like 4 fucking hours, you guys. I had it at 2 times speed, and it was so boring. Like, this man thinks he is intellectually superior to the world, but comes off as such a dumbass, and it's hilarious. It's actually really, really ridiculous. Serious. Dane is trying to make a call to people and now have something to hide. Jeremy is so 100% right when it comes to people always have something to hide that they preach aloud. Yes, absolutely. And it's really weird because he tries to use Matt Jarbo's story at one point. Like, Matt Jarbo has talked about me a couple times in a derogatory way on stream, and I don't really care. I I know he's friends with other people in the community, so I don't say anything bad about Matt. We'll actually probably skip over that part because I don't want to bring somebody into it that's not necessarily into it. But you're not going to change my stance. We're not going to do this whole thing where you think it's okay to destigmatize pedophilia. Wait. Today's Shelby's birthday? Today's my birthday, so if they mentioned me, that would make my day. Oh, spoilers, they do not. They do not. But everybody say happy birthday to Shelby. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I watched Ben's. Wait. Yes, happy birthday, Shelby. Okay, let's switch over. We're gonna take a look at this because it is a long-winded. It is a long-winded video, like to the point where we're gonna skip around a little bit. But I do, if anyone wants context, because I am gonna skip around, right? It is 4 hours long. You can't make me do this again. I will die the second time around. But if anybody wants context to the entire thing, I have the entire thing. Just reach out to me. And I can hook you up with that. I can hook you up like it's a fucking drug deal. I can hook you up with the fucking link, man. I can do it. I can do it. Okay. Let's switch over. And we got Dane. Now, I did, because Dane is known and has in the past absolutely struck channels that were critical of him. One is Kami Mark, if you guys are familiar. Dude doesn't like me. That's cool. I don't know anything about him. But he has struck channels before. So in doing, I made sure to keep this shit transformative. I am not taking the chance. And you know what? Honestly, if you do, it's only going to make you look really, really bad. Like, I don't know, buddy. Context in the internet doesn't mix. That's true. I'm just putting the context out there, right? I got to be fair about this shit. But yes, I will have context if you so seek the context. Let me see. We're not even going into this with like normal speed. I'm sorry, you guys. I can't do it. It's really, really bad. Guess unmuting it. What?
No, just gonna talk about stuff. And if you listen to that shit, she was very clearly had a list of points that she was gonna hit him with. And even whenever he would refute things and explain perfectly rational reasons why the thing she's saying actually isn't accurate or whatever, she wouldn't let it go. She kept circling back to shit. She kept, saying we're hypocrites, which we're gonna address that too.
Wait, hold on. He's gonna talk, in case you guys don't know, he's going to talk about the debate with Bob. Here's the thing. There's a thing, right? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about the points I wanted to talk about. That's the point of a discussion, right? It only makes sense. If I didn't talk about those things, why would we be having a conversation? Out of sheer curiosity, what is the point of having a conversation unless you talk about the things that you have issue with? I don't know. Maybe somebody can. Okay. I think he's just an idiot, to be fair. I do think he's just an idiot.
Nonetheless,
oh my
what
God.
ended up becoming of that? And look, I was in chat for that, being a dick. And I'm proud of it. Because
I'm proud to be a dick.
In the past, saying insane shit. And no, I've spoken to her. I don't know if it's still up on her channel or not, or if she's like kind of gotten rid of it or what, but like.
No, I had a stream with him once. I realized at that actually that's how I found out about the Kami Mark stuff, right? That's actually how I found out dying is fun. What? That's actually how I found out that he really kind of didn't give a shit about any of this that he talks about. That he is truly just an ideologue. So I stopped associating with him. He's creepy. I have no reason to associate with somebody that thinks they are morally superior and ideologically superior. He thinks he is smarter than everyone. And he's clearly very ignorant. Like, he goes on a long rant here in a few minutes about what the word ignorant means. Like, we know what it means, Dane. Stop. You're ridiculous. Dane tweeted, oh yeah, they bring that up later, but in case we don't get to it, I will address that now. Dane tweeted, if you had a detransitioner on, you must have a trans on to counterpoint. Okay. If you guys don't know, I had a detransitioner on thanks to Joseph Santos in the chat. And we had a good conversation, about 2.5 hours, about what they went through, how the medical field treated them before and after, during psychological issues. And I thought it was a really good conversation. But apparently, I have to have a trans person on. Again, if you're listening and you're trans and you want to come on and have a conversation, I've always been open to that. But all Dane had to do was look like 3 videos back where I talk about Dylan Mulvaney, or go back even further where I talk about the outrage machine when it comes to trans panic. Stop the cap. You're fucking ridiculous. You're an ideologue that thinks, again, I'm going to keep going back to that morally superior thing, because that's pretty much, I have no issue with having a trans person on.
I should have downloaded it went back whenever I had that conversation with her. We had a pretty good conversation on her stream. I know she is capable of being a reasonable human being, right? Like, she may have held some positions that I think are kind of, wrong or whatever the fuck, but like, I was able to have a conversation with her. Okay. And I was actually pretty surprised because prior to that, I just assumed she was some idiot, former comic skater. But at that moment, she was more recently out of Comicsgate, allegedly. And I was trying to, help her out. Like, because I know there's not a lot of people that are going to go, oh, you used to be Comicsgate. Well, you're welcome. And I'm like, I was willing to do that. I was willing to say.
Wait, what? Help? Okay, he said help you out. How? Right? Like, I don't need help from you. I don't want help from you. I don't know why I would even have any interest in help from you. You're a weird fucking dude, Dane. You're a weird dude.
Hey, I made a whole video about it. Like, hey, I realized
you were long out of CG. Of course I was. But that doesn't go against, that goes against the message, his narrative.
Away from that, to figure out what kind of content you're going to do next that's better than what you've been doing. Like, I reached out, extended a fucking hand. And
you know what's really funny here? Is he tries to act like he's like started this whole thing of calling people out. When I call people out, it's for actual reasons. Is the video still live? It is not Vincent. He actually did hide it very, very quickly. But luckily, Robert in the chat was able to not snipe it. What is it? Just record it. And it was very late at night, and then it was instantly taken down. Funny. Saggy, I'm waiting for your triumphant return, by the way. He calls her Chudda and me floppy tits. Yeah, like, wait, yeah. Like, I Googled a long time ago what chud meant. I think it is, I think it means like right-wing person. Or there's another definition, and I would, you know what? We're going to go with the other definition because it's like ugly female or something. So you know what? Dane is a mild sexist here. Just saying. He also deleted the entire tweet. What? He's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And I regret it because
Tristan, what? Why do you guys keep saying Tristan? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Chud's Jarvo's favorite one? Yeah, I don't know what that even, it's just a stupid, I thought it was an old horror movie, right? From my understanding?
We had that.
Wait. Hold on, guys. You're at the scene right now? Shelby is at the scene of the filming of Joker 2? What the fuck? You also saw Negan and shit live. Oh my god. That is fucking cool.
conversation on our stream. It went really well, I thought. A couple months later, I don't remember the exact time frame. I think the video is still up. I'm not sure. I ended up covering Andy Signor on a stream. Andy Signor of used to be, Honest Trailers. Now he's got Popcorn Planet, right?
Yeah, that is fucking awesome, Shelby. That is so cool. I don't know where you live, but it sounds like the coolest place ever. Chud literally means cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller. Yeah, cool. Okay. All right, cool.
And all I really did was criticize the content he was making at the time, and then also.
All right, I'll give you guys the real history of this because he's gonna go through it. Out of curiosity, for those of you that know me, have I called out Andy Signor? Do. Oh wait, I have? No, I stopped listening to you because you were creepy. For one. I don't need to know about when you have dates. It's weird. It's odd. And I don't give a fuck if you call out Andy Signor. I have personally myself. But the issue here is all your content was the same. Oh my God, look at the chuds. Oh my God, look at the grifters. Oh my God. Look at the whatever word of the day it is, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We're going to skip a little bit because he just goes through the history.
Here's what I told Bob that I was going to say that criticizes him. I'm throwing him under the bus. Bob's fatal flaw is he's too nice. And I'm totally joking about it being a flaw because
nice.
I wish that I had that problem. Bob, and that's why the initiative is good, honestly. Like, each of us brings something to the table that the others, we have a lot of things in common, but we also have some strengths and weaknesses. And I don't even know if I want to call them strengths and weaknesses, just like things we're favorable in.
You see, this is at 1.5 times speed.
Like we've been finding a pretty good way to balance it.
Or is it just me that finds it incredibly boring?
And she's not the first one to do it. So there's been several people claiming that, like, for some reason, that I am programming Bob and Turf or whatever, mostly just Bob, because Turf doesn't tend to debate and stuff like that. But, like, people think that I tell Bob what to do. That I tell Bob.
I could see that. I could totally see that.
If I told Bob what to do, there's several things that have happened that would not have happened.
Chud is like a miserable people who are more. Chud is what miserable people call those who are more successful than them to code.
Our advice, if we take that or not, okay, But, like, this weird idea that I'm directing Bob. The dude was making content about this shit before we met. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. The reason that we do this is because we were both doing it independently. Anyway.
It's so weird to me. You guys, it's so weird to me. Okay. He's like, they were making content like this before we went. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. But it's so weird to me that they think they're so important. I hate to break it to you guys, but none of us in the scheme of things are important. Like, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but there's a little bit of reality in your brain that's going, me making a video online is not that important. Like, you're not changing anything. You're not doing anything. And especially the way you treat people. And that was my biggest issue with him, was the way he treated people. The way you act like you are so much better and smarter turns people off, right? It turns people off. And he did mention, let me switch this real quick. I want to show you guys. He did mention, yeah, that's going to look weird for a minute because it's my source, that it was never supposed to be a debate. Yes, okay. If you want to debate on it, I'd be more than welcome. Trust me, I'm on your side, but your execution is flawed. It was always supposed to be a debate. Your proof is bullshit. He's trying to say that it was never supposed to be a debate. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And I told him that from the beginning. They are trying to twist reality to their, narrative, I guess. Dane is trying to be the Vosh of the comic book community. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Clearly, thinks that I direct people what to do. He insinuated as much in his debate with Bob. So did Ethan Van Sciver. Ethan Van Sciver very obviously knew that me and Bob worked together from the first conversation that we had, because Ethan was streaming that conversation the same day that we had it. It has 20-something thousand subscribers. I have 6,500. And you're talking about guys with hundreds of thousands of subs who really have no...
Wait, hold on. We're going to do the punching down argument again here. If somebody criticizes you that doesn't have a big enough platform, or that has a bigger platform, you're not allowed to say anything. Okay. But you are. You are. You absolutely are. These bullshit argument of you're not allowed to punch down, I hate. If somebody criticizes you and spreads in your words bigotry and misinformation, I am going to correct them. Keely, thank you so much. Dane, aka Actual Fandom, says he was a part of the Fandom Menace. Really? That's so weird. I also seen a video a couple days ago that was sent to me. I don't want to say by who because I don't want to get anyone in trouble. But he said the reason that people like Geeks and Gamers have more subscribers than them is not because they're popular, it's because they have confidence. It's not a joke. That's literally what he said. They have confidence, therefore they get subscribers.
practical reason to worry about us. What do they worry about us for? Much less, what are they watching us from the very first conversation that we have together?
Because all your conversations are about other YouTubers, dude. That's it.
Hey, what's up, Matt? I actually have, Jarbo, just a 3-minute clip from your stream the other night. I was going to ask if you minded if I showed it, but I figured it's up on your channel, so you probably didn't mind.
Okay, shut up.
Okay, so I believe that whatever her motives were, the intention was very clearly, in my mind, to get, in large part, at me through Bob.
No, what? Hold on. I was trying to get to him through Bob. No, Dane, you're not that important. You're not that important. You're absolutely not that important. Do you think people care about what you do on a normal basis? Because they don't. Holy shit. Okay. Shelby, let me know if I can show them. Let me know.
By calling it, the initiative, right? Like, we're all the initiative. And so, therefore, Bob's on trial for everything that the initiative has done, apparently. In my opinion, we don't have to justify it.
Yeah, show them. Okay. Let's pivot real quick here, guys. I'm going to show you these. Shelby is at, I don't know. He's fucking magical. He's got all of this, like, insane ability to find these things. And these are from the Joker 2. Shelby, are you fucking with me? Did you send me your cereal? Shelby, hold on. Did you send me your cereal? I want that car. It's kind of pimp. Holy shit, that's so freaking cool. Read the email, dot. Oh, yeah. The photos are what I think is Joker 2. I asked what movie, and they said they can't tell. I asked if it's Joker 2, and the guy gave me an awkward laugh. Plus a bowl of cereal I had. Everybody, this is Shelby's birthday cereal. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, my God. That's fucking great. It does. I could see how you would think it was Joker. That is so freaking cool. And you were also there when they filmed Dead City. That is awesome. I can't wait. Dead City comes out soon. Very, very soon. I'm so excited. People even, like, I love when I talk about The Walking Dead and people are like, that shit's still on? Yeah, that shit's still on. That is still on. Jarbo and Dane were both stuffed into lockers in high school. And here's the thing. I actually didn't know Jarbo hated me until I found somebody told me in my comment section that they talked about me quite a few times in a derogatory manner. I was like, okay. I don't interact with this person, but that's fine. Like, you don't have to like me. You don't have to like my content. That's cool.
Anybody who is holding the questions and positions that she was holding, talking to Bob, we have no reason to justify ourselves to that person. If you show up saying that essentially we're hypocrites because we, let's address a couple of the other things first, actually, that don't have to do with the most fucking absurd shit she said. First of all, she spent the first hour or so or more focused on what she called hypocrisy. The hypocrisy that we don't ever
that's
talk
your
about the things
channel.
that we love. We don't talk about the movies and the shows and stuff like that. All we do is talk about chuds, right? That's all we do. She also claimed that she watched a lot of our content.
No, I didn't just claim it, Dane. I actually showed proof of it. I actually showed proof in that stream. But the way that Bob does his, I don't even know what it is. Like, on his side, his OBS, it actually doesn't show what I'm showing on screen. So not only did I say it, I proved it.
I know that that's not true, that she did not watch a lot of our content. Not to any
knows
degree
it's
that a
not
lot means
true.
anything, right? She watched the mission statement with a fine-tooth comb and, probably went, EFAP'd it basically and took note of very little things. I mean, not little, but like momentary things that are just flashing on screen. And that's fine. I stand by everything that I put in that video. Okay. But then to say that we don't ever talk about the stuff that we love just gave herself away because, and this is why I was like screaming at the fucking chat when Bob was talking to her because it's just not true. He was kind of giving her benefit.
This is how they talk about stuff they like. Geeks and Gamers said that this movie was gonna fail. It didn't fail. Ha 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 ha. Did you see it yet? Yeah, it looked awesome. No, I mean, it looked awful. It looked awful. It looked awesome, I mean. Ha ha ha. Like, that's how they cover shit. That's how they cover shit. There was literally a clip floating around where one of them said something looked awful and the other one said it looked awesome. And they corrected themselves and they're like, yeah, you're right. It looked awesome. It looked awesome.
The doubt. And like, and he acknowledges that he should have pushed back harder on that. But like, anytime that we talk about, for example, a new movie comes out, Geeks and Gamers, whoever is talking shit and saying stuff, we'll talk about that. And then in the same fucking conversation, we will talk about our opinions on the movie or whatever. Like, I'm actually looking forward to it, or I thought it was okay, or whatever it is. They're not mutually exclusive.
So you just admitted it. Your only content is based around them.
Okay. And so, I mean, every single stream. And then you go look at the initiative channel. Every third upload or so is just about, like the MCU. What's the MCU going to do? Like, we just uploaded.
Okay, we can do that, actually. What did he say? The Fandom Initiative channel? All right, we can do that. We can absolutely do that. Tristan, what do you think about the upcoming movies for 2023? Bianca and I actually did a video on that, specifically for summer, and then we'll circle back when it gets closer to fall. Every third video is about something they love. It must like have a filter where I'm not allowed to see stuff they like, right? Oh wait, hold on. That's because it doesn't fucking exist. Okay, but sure. I died of cringe on all the thumbnails. It looks like
what ended up happening.
It looks like Dane is actually might be a relatively, oh God bless the world, it went backwards. Decent editor. But other than that, yeah, I don't know.
Misunderstanding the nature of reality and of information, of journalism, of how people operate, and you are the prime target for that type of content.
She played the both sides are bad card. Yeah, honey, and I actually, this person's commented on my stuff quite a bit before. That's because there is bad people in all facets of life, right? Right? I would be a hypocrite if I didn't call out all of it.
Rather like that. I guess it does seem like just talking about
it. Of course you can, Reason.
All equal, right? So Jeremy Griggs or whoever, Ethan Van Sciver talking about trans people being groomers or something like that. Well, that's just and then the left wing's position is that trans people just can you just leave us the fuck alone and stop using us as political props?
Oh wait, the left position is Hold on. Let's repeat that again.
And then the left wing's position is that, trans people just like, can you just leave us the fuck alone and stop using us as political props?
Yes. But don't pretend like there's not more nuance than that. Don't pretend. When did I have a detransitioner on? Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday or Thursday? He's a really cool guest. He's really, I have a hard time paying attention to this shit.
Groom our kids and you're trying to make our kids trans. And it's like, no, we're not. We just, people are telling you that because it's advantageous to them politically, but at that point, we're going to look at right-wing propaganda as well tonight. So there's so much to talk about that feeds into all this. That's one of the reasons that it took me a few days. Is I'm like, the more I thought about it, like, there's actually a lot of opportunity for discussion here. And I'm sure
thought it was on Monday or Tuesday. It was last week.
Everything is drama. I get it. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm not trying to reach people who have already, or fans
you guys stop fighting?
Floppy titties or whatever the other chick's name is.
I love it. He called Saggy Melonz floppy titties. Yeah, that's the joke, you idiot.
Fans of theirs that have already heard their screeds just rambling about nonsense that they know, just insane shit, clickbait, drama, tabloid level fucking bullshit, right? I'm not trying to reach those people. They're unreachable because the fact that content won them over in the first place tells me they're, so they've got to figure things, because like I said, I took a couple days to write out some things, to pull up information.
You think like he talks about how he writes out information?
Yeah, exactly.
But it really doesn't. Like if you did,
look, only one side is actively working towards, maybe the word genocide is too fucking,
Oh my God, here we go again. Okay, if you actually wrote out things, then I could understand that, right? And I think it would show through on your content. Bro, what are you talking about? He is saying there's a trans genocide. Here we go again.
Oh, wow, that's a really hyperbolic word. Okay, I believe that's what it is. But maybe that's not the word you want to hear. Working towards a completely inhospitable environment socially for trans people. And in a lot of cases,
that I don't disagree with.
In general, like there's some overlap there. There always has been. That's why it's LGBTQ. And trust me, if they get their way, and just trans people are essentially not allowed to exist publicly anymore.
Okay. Dane spends too much time online. I figured it out. He spends too much time looking at these piss poor excuses for human beings that want to get rid of people like that, right? That's not the majority. The problem is he spends too much time online thinking that everybody is this way. Nobody fucking... Okay, there's a few. Obviously, I'm being hyperbolic. Most people know I am pro-freedom. I am pro-rights for adults, right? I support trans people when they're adults. I have on my channel. You spend too much time online listening to people like Michael Knowles. Get the fuck offline, Dane. Not everybody's like that. He needs to touch grass literally. Yes. Yes. Absolutely he does.
Again, they're not going to stop there. That's just not the way it works. But, the right-wing misinformation propaganda machine is very, very efficient. And it has been for quite a while. And the left has not had that.
What? Oh my God, you guys. The right-wing propaganda machine is real. And they've had that for a long time. And the left wing does not have that. Hold on, sit with that for a second. Sit with that for a second. Are you telling me that the only misinformation comes from the right wing? That the left wing doesn't do it at all? They haven't had that, he said. Yep, I'm speechless. So this guy conservative or liberal? Neither. He's a far leftist. I'm liberal. I'm liberal. He's a far leftist ideologue.
Believe it or not. They want to act like there's this big leftist bias toward media or whatever. And it's like, no, just the right fills people, those people with misinformation, and they see facts or accurate analysis or any, as leftist bias or whatever. Is there leftist content that exists? Absolutely.
Yeah,
mine
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, bias exists, period. And anybody who thinks that it doesn't, that you have some source that is going to give you reality and for that type
Bro,
of
you're
to
so
a
boring.
position that is, like I said, maximizing well-being, reducing harm as much as possible.
The George is a radical centrist. Welcome to the
You
club.
understand things better, right? Then you're gonna do okay.
Can we get to the point? I'm not gonna show the video from.
Sorry.
It's gonna go into defending pedophilia here. I am not going destigmatizing, rather.
An actual advocate.
I'm not gonna go into the video about Matt Jarbo. I am gonna skip that.
Is catastrophic to a person's life.
Because that's his information. I know he put it out there. I do.
Down the path that leads to.
I understand he put it out there. I do.
Drug use.
But I don't care.
It's just
that's just my personal
and that then compounds on itself and perpetuates
issue there
throughout that person's life. Because one motherfucker decided at one point that this is something that was okay for them to do. I don't understand it. I don't understand that mentality. Whatever it is that causes it, I don't understand. Insert Eric July meme here, right?
What? Is there an Eric July meme?
We're talking about protecting children from harm. That's what we're talking about. Not just this kid has been harmed, but like you are fucking destroying an entire human being.
And let's get past this. I see Matt Jarbo. There we go.
But stuff like this is what tells me who he is. There's no incentive for him to do this. Content. He was more respectable than a lot of the chuds who. That's the core of the issue of what ability, I guess, in the sense that after I was so fucking mad listening to her saying the bullshit she was saying, talking to Bob.
He was so fucking mad. Oh, I'm so glad you're so easily triggerable. There we go. We'll use that word. You were so triggered by me. I didn't even really have to say anything. You said it all yourself, right? You said it all yourself.
As soon as his debate was over, I don't even know if it was over yet. Or I keep calling it a debate. It wasn't supposed to be. Anyway.
Yes, it was. I just showed you guys that. That's exactly why I brought that screenshot up, to show you that it was always supposed to be a debate. Here's the thing. I have had plenty of, for somebody that likes language, I have had plenty of debates that are not mean. They're not cruel. They're jokey. Like, I have had Comics League on and we've debated about the Snyder Cut. Me and Robert debated about who Batman and Superman was better. Of course, Batman won. We know this. We do know this. But don't pretend like I've had Joseph on for plenty of debates. I literally showed you the screenshot to prove where he's lying. But keep going. Sure.
I started streaming. Wasn't planned. And I was fucking livid for several reasons. One of the things that she had mentioned was
Superman wrecks Batman. Okay, Spiffy is spreading bigotry and misinformation, and I don't know what to do about it. I think I'm gonna have to do a whole dedicated video on Spiffy and call him out for his bigotry and misinformation, because clearly Batman is the GOAT.
Okay, like I said, for the first over an hour at least, it was like all about how we're hypocrites and trying to make the case that we're just as bad as the people we criticize, and that blah blah. And then eventually, she brought up that I had used, and I say I because I edited the mission statement. I mean, I don't have to say that. I'm sure they're perfectly fine. We all agreed on everything in it, so it's by us. But I am the one who physically did the work. I am the one who physically put the screenshot, which I'll show now. As soon as I find it here.
Come on, buddy. You can do it. Yeah, these guys are right in the chat. If you see Hooded says, no offense to Robert, but I hate how Dane blames autism for his outburst. And Robert agrees. He does this at least twice, I want to say, during this. But he says, I'm on the spectrum. Okay. That's not... he blames his autism. Yeah, he absolutely did. It's ridiculous.
This screenshot by Noah Berlatsky. Okay, And so that was one of the. So she suddenly, after over an hour of the hypocrisy thing, and really honestly didn't make a strong case for herself. You have to believe in this.
Yes, I absolutely
both
did.
sides are just as bad as each other kind of thing.
They are.
For that to make any sense.
They can
but
be.
Eventually she got to something that like, okay, now here's something she can really sink her teeth into, right? Because everybody generally agrees on this, that harming children is bad, except for people who like harming children, of course. So suddenly we used a screenshot from Noah Berlasky, and he's a pedophile, and that was news to me. I was very surprised to hear that because I
literally said in that, you may not have even known. Like, I tried to give dude the out, and he didn't take it. So before he even goes into this, I want to show you guys this. This is the person that that he's going to defend, right? This is the person that he's going to defend over and over again. Now, it looks a little weird because it's on here. This is one of his articles. Child sex workers' biggest threat, the police. Yeah, this is the guy he's going to defend over and over again. There is no such thing as a child sex worker, you dumb motherfucker. Meet Noah Berlasky, the Rutgers University Press published author working hard to normalize pedophilia. This is who he's going to defend again over and over. Now, Noah works for Protasia, which also has an undermining goal to normalize pedophilia. The organization is vying for legitimacy to push his agenda into the mainstream. This is who he's going to defend over and over. Are essentially a stigmatized group. People hate them. Yeah. Yep, of course they do. Parents are tyrants. Parents are an oppressive class, like rich or white people. This is who he's gonna fucking defend over and over and over again. Yeah, you're a sick motherfucker. But he's okay with that person because they said something naughty about Comicsgate. Oh my God, that makes it all okay. You dumb. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice. Yeah, parents are an oppressive class. That's not even a joke. Not even a joke.
I'm sorry, I think they're non-binary. I don't follow them as like...
I'm sorry, what? If you're a pedophile, don't expect me to respect your pronouns. I'm sorry. That may not be very liberal of me. I'm not woke enough. But don't it's
one of my main sources, but I recognize the name because I've read the stuff enough. And wow, I'm surprised. I feel like I would have heard about it if they had gotten in trouble for something like this. You know what I mean?
I sent you the proof. I sent
the language you use.
The proof. Actually, I sent it to Bob.
Talk about any of this shit just gets so dumb. It helps no one, right? And I'm working from, like when I'm talking about this stuff, I have perspective from an advocate that I'm operating from right now, right? So the language we use when we talk about, like in Jarbo's clip, he said the guy is or the debate was about how we treat pedos.
I don't think there's any debate to how we treat pedos. I'm sorry. I don't. If you touch a child, I'm going to be YouTube friendly. I've already said like pedos a bunch of times. How am I being YouTube friendly? Yeah, you don't protect.
And that's how I would generally refer to it.
They should have gotten help.
And look, it's so fucking
maps. I know, but you know the thing I hate about that, Vincent? I hate that. You know why I hate that? Because it gives them like a cutesy little nickname that is not as bad as pedos, right? I don't like the name maps because you don't get a cutesy little fucking nickname when you're attracted to children. You don't get one. Sorry. Fuck off. Not you guys. The word I get for YouTube's sake, but like, no.
Take this shit, and I take it the same way. But like, I'm trying to fucking be better because we're in a society that is fucking breaking down, at the foundations, because people are communicating in broad strokes and not communicating in ways that they can understand things better. They're not informing themselves and making themselves more, having a healthier understanding. There's people are using information as weapons, and that's how we're all gonna fucking bite it, folks. So
we're all gonna die because of the internet, guys. What the fuck?
What Matt was talking about in his clip, his cousin, who I'm with, I hope his cousin gets help. Not, yes, obviously, so that he doesn't harm anyone, but because
I want to show this real quick from Joseph. Where is it at? Let me see. Well, of course it didn't come. Okay. Therapy has never been shown to work on pedos. This is why I'm saying these guys should just stay locked up, period. Or, what do they give them? Sometimes they're able to castrate them in a way, right? Like, Dane, do some research. Like, for pretending you're super duper smart. I mean, I'm just saying, you're the one advocating for pedophilia, to be destigmatized.
He's clearly he's got issues that he's suffering from, and I don't want anybody to suffer, right? Despite the fact that I was telling my girlfriend this, if somebody came and knocked on the door, my door right now, and it was like, this guy just fucking,
oh my God,
child,
I'm skipping through this.
That's
Literally,
that's what we're
I listened to this earlier a little bit, well, most of it.
Anything?
And he literally is like, I would kill a pedo, but oh wait, no, hold on. I'm fucking up here.
Did that protect any children? No, the only thing, people go, oh yeah, make me feel good.
It's like if a pedo came to my door, what would I do? I wouldn't beat him up. What would that help?
I get to go online and go, man, I just beat up this fucking PDF file. People go, oh yeah, fuck yeah, give me high fives. Cool. Did that prevent anything? Did that change anything?
You are so fucking gross. I'm sorry. What you're doing is actively harming, because you are trying, again, gonna go back to this word. He doesn't understand basic words that he himself used. He wants to destigmatize pedophilia. His words, not mine. Again, we can go back to the definition. To remove the associations or shame or disgrace from. He wants to destigmatize it. And he thinks, they don't deserve to get beat up. They don't deserve any. Okay,
did that protect any children? No, the only thing I could do to protect any children in this case really is to, delete the guy. And then what does that do? It ruins my life, for sure. It ruins my kid's life. You know what I mean? Like, so we have to think in terms of how do we address these things in a way that actually has an effect.
Can you guys stop fighting?
Harm, right?
Like, and again, seriously?
Nothing I ever say, am about to say or anything is ever to excuse, condone, or forget. So the thing that apparently Nerdette got hung up on, Chudette got hung up on, was the use of the term destigmatized, right? So that was she just said that to Bob as if like that's just all the evidence, because Bob was like, what did Noah Berlasky do? What are you talking about? And she's like, well,
I showed you the evidence for the guy he's defending, by the way.
And so when you don't understand what words mean, they can be scary to you, right?
Do you hear how he talks to people? He says, if you don't understand what words means, they can be scary to you. The only thing that's... I have to hold my tongue. That would have been funny, but I'm live. I couldn't have said that live. God bless it. I hate holding my tongue. Okay. The only thing scary is people like you trying to destigmatize it. We understand. We are not fucking stupid. We know what destigmatize means. We absolutely do.
This is a common thing throughout my life. I've always been kind of obsessed with words, right? And what they mean. I used to read the dictionary. I used to, I'm a fucking big word nerd. Let's see. For example, have you ever been in a situation where you told someone they're ignorant about something and they get offended and as if you called them stupid? Because some people actually think that's what.
Okay. This big brain guy, right? Big brain guy. Ignorant. The literal definition of ignorant is uneducated or unsophisticated. What? Yeah, someone's going to be offended when you say they're ignorant.
What that means. So that's an example of essentially what we're talking about here. There's a lot of words like that a lot of people just, they kind of get the vague feeling of what the word is, but it's not quite accurate.
I dare you, Dane, to go out in real life and call someone ignorant to their face. Or, a chunky monkey like you called Eric July.
Is all that means, right? And so when we say destigmatize, let's talk about things that have been destigmatized in the past, right? And content warning. I mean, obviously, hopefully you guys figure that out. But at one point, and there still is a stigma around it, but it's more complex now, I guess. But at one point, just the concept of rape, period.
Oh my fucking God. You guys, I can't take this. He's not this dumb. He can't be this dumb. He's comparing rape to pedophilia. Rape has never been destigmatized. Victims coming out of sexual assault have. Victims have been destigmatized. But if you're trying to say that rape has been destigmatized, you are fucking stupid. Okay. Remember that one guy we covered that we said was the stupidest person online? No, we've met him. We see him right here. I have a legit theory. I think Dane is I think Dane has absolutely zero things going for him in his life. He is filled up with BS talking points he believed, and to fill the void. I don't know. I don't know what he has going on in his life. I don't care. That doesn't give you an excuse to be a garbage human being, to defend to want to destigmatize pedos, to try to say that rape has been destigmatized. No, maybe coming out as a victim, but you just said, okay, buddy.
Of anyone was stigmatized to the point where no one talked about it. Do you know what the consequence of that was? Do you know what the change was once people started breaking down the stigma? In other words, destigmatizing rape?
Nobody did. Oh, I can't take it. Please, for the love of God, if you're listening to me right now, don't go through life thinking you can destigmatize rape. Please. For fuck's sake. Please. I think he's trying, and I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. I'm going to be fucking charitable, okay? I think he's trying to say victims of rape, but he has over and over said that rape was destigmatized.
In society, and this is not me making some leftist fucking crazy. You can look these things up, man. If you care about these issues enough to fucking have an opinion on them, look it up, right? Yeah, so women, and men too, would get raped, and nobody talked about it.
I think he's trying to say victims, but there's something very wrong with his brain.
That type of thing. Very often, it was ignored. I mean, it still is. So we still see a little bit of that now, like quite a bit of it. But like now, at least there's a good chance that if you report being raped, somebody's going to care, and somebody's going to like not just immediately reject you and tell you to shut the fuck up.
I do think it's best to assume he misspoke.
That was how it was.
He said it twice, which worries me. But yeah, I do think he means the victims of rape. People reporting that kind of thing.
Racism. People just didn't talk about racism. And there are certain people who don't want you to talk about racism now. And anytime it's brought up, they want to act like you're being, oh, everything is racist. And oh, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Same people we always talk about.
You guys, I can't take this. Did he? Hold on. Before I speak, I'm gonna.
Now, but it was much more clear cut before. Racism.
Racism needs to be destigmatized, or are we again doing this thing where like, you don't know words or how to speak and say that talking about racism? Oh, God.
Didn't talk about racism. And there are certain people who don't want you to talk about racism now. And anytime it's brought up, they want to act like
this is such a false equivalency.
Same people we always
He's
talk about.
comparing
But that was how it was
destigmatizing
everywhere with everyone.
pedos.
I don't see
to
color. Like,
rape
basically, if you just don't talk
and
about race,
racism.
ignore it. Like, just pretend like, yeah, they're black, I'm white, whatever. Just don't think about it, as if that's a solution to anything, when it's not. It's very clearly not. That's why anti-racism exists, because it's not enough to just go, I don't see color, because that's not a real thing. I mean, it is for colorblind people, but like in the context of race, it's like you may not care about someone's skin color, but if that's the extent of your
this is terrible,
views on
you
racism,
guys.
you're not thinking about the systemic effects of generational.
I want to get to the part where he tried to say, because one of my mods from 4 years ago,
or her audience, or flippity floppity titties audience, or whatever.
Flippy floppy. I don't know if Saggy's still here, but now you are flippy floppy titties. Flippy floppy titties is better than you in her little pinky, my dear.
I'm more just putting the information out there, setting the record for my audience, I suppose, for anybody that might happen to come across this issue. But if everybody just reacts to that very valid, and like I said, I get it too, that impulsive, like, oh, this motherfucker hurt children, impulse that any sane, healthy person should get. If that's how we react, and then we act on that every single time that this comes up, then we are literally just reacting.
Where did you talk about?
And maybe we can do it like McLeod mentioned.
It looks like, okay,
give the game away
so he's going to do this weird thing where he's like, she had a mod 4 years ago that says mean things, therefore she's a terrible person. Bro, what?
We're looking at stuff. Because when I went on Nerdette's stream, 2 years ago now or something? I don't know, almost. Shit. This is long after, or months after anyway, at some point, that she had been harassed by Comicsgate and kicked out, basically. She turned on, whatever the fuck happened, who knows. She wasn't Comicsgate anymore. At that point, she was against Ethan Van Sciver.
I don't know how long ago that was. 3 years ago? When I disassociated with him? Probably 3 years at this point. It's been a long fucking time. It's been a long fucking time.
And that was why she was questioning a lot of things. That's why she ended up, saying that to me in my comments. And I reached out like, hey, I was trying to kind of build a bridge there. And when I was on her stream, I couldn't help but notice that one of the mods in her chat was iMega Arts.
Yeah.
Which is
here we go.
It was like, and maybe I don't think I had the full iMega experience.
This, if you ever want to hear, people use grasping at straws a lot as a kind of gotcha. This is the true definition of grasping at straws. 3 years ago, I had a mod that said mean things on Twitter. That's what this is going to be. And I don't have him as a mod for one anymore. It's been a long time since I have. But two, I'm not on Twitter, you dumb motherfucker. How the fuck would I know what he said?
At that point, so I kind of just like, oh, okay, weird. But then the more I experienced him on Twitter and stuff, I thought, like, why the fuck is that a mod in her YouTube chat? Right? And I think even...
I'm not kidding, and I'm working on getting the emails through Gmail. Because it's really hard when something's that old to get your old emails. But I think this is a fair statement of the day we can all agree on. Everybody likes boobs. Yep, that's a fair statement. But he literally emailed me and he's like, that iMega guy, he was super mean to me. He said something about my friend mom dying or something along those lines. He was super mean, and I don't think you should have him as a mod anymore. Like, it was if you're going to associate with me, you're not allowed to have that person as a mod. What? Wait, you're going to try to tell me what to do with my platform? And I took him at his word that it was true. I shouldn't have. But I did. Now I see he's just a ridiculous liar, but that's regardless. But yes, it was literally like fucking obnoxious. I don't care what you do on Twitter. It doesn't affect you here.
Even another one, maybe I'm mistaken, but Phoenix Tornado is another one of these guys. Maybe even the same guy, just under different accounts for all I know.
I don't even know who that is.
Unwell people who have been exploited and weaponized by Comicsgate. Or they're just Ethan Van Sciver using stock accounts. I don't know. It could be either one. Yeah, so why is that dude a fucking mod in your chat? You know what I mean? And eventually I did mention to her, emailed, like, hey, what's up with that? I don't know if she ever did anything about it. She Yes,
he does. Because I emailed him back and said, I'll take care of it. And he said, thank you. So there he is. Lying again. How many more lies are we going to catch you in, Dane? Like, here's the thing. I don't give a... What you do on Twitter has no effect on me because I'm not on Twitter. Do you realize how weird that is to be like, this person said a mean tweet 4 years ago, so I don't think you are allowed to have them as a mod on your own personal channel. It's so fucking important. And pause, you are very important. Wait. Is he mixing up Black Phoenix and Black Tornado? Wait, what? I didn't even catch that. Black Phoenix is... Okay. All right. Black Phoenix is not Black Tornado. I don't even know who Black Tornado is.
You did try to say that, like, oh, yeah, I guess I forgot or something. It's like, man, if you're against Comicsgate and you think that they're a bad thing, like whatnot, like, you should be more aware of who the fuck the mods are in your chat. Be responsible with your platform is generally the issue here, right? Which she's not. A lot of people aren't. I'm sure I fuck up. You know, I definitely fucked up before with my platform.
Be responsible with your platform, guys. Don't play video games and talk about pop culture or call out bullshit even. Be responsible. Video games are not responsible because they don't have politics in them.
And probably will again.
Yeah, they do, though.
Maybe I am right now. So, Omega Arts is a big piece of shit, and let's just take a look at who she had as a mod in her chat. But not that. So here, he had retweeted this, which was a fucking mouse cursor, under a Rakita. You know, that guy's a big piece of shit, too. So it's
going to be a little hard to see. I apologize. I was not taking a chance of him striking my channel like he did Tommy Mark.
You see that. This is retweeted. Cool guy there. So this is it's
going to be impossible to see. No, there's some of them you can.
Yeah, that's his bio, I guess.
Does he understand what he's doing here? Okay, hold on. Let's play his game, right? Let's play his game here. Okay. Imega said some mean things on Twitter he didn't like. Right? Okay. All right. Bob literally hosted more than once a straight up well-admitted pedo. Bob literally had hours of conversation with him. And I think most of you guys know I'm talking about PumaFest. They had conversations over and over. Do we want to play this game? Because I can keep going. What are you, retarded? Son of a bitch! What are you, dumb? That doesn't make any sense. That is like saying you are guilty for everything everyone has ever said that's a mod in your chat. Ridiculous.
What is this? God damn it. I think I need to change the battery in my mouse. I might have to do that in a second, so I apologize, but I do.
Oh, a PumaFist? Okay, it's a person that used to be in Comicsgate that had been on a couple streams with Bob. He had been on streams with people like JDA. Like, he had been around the community. And basically, that actually slipped out. I was trying to hold my tongue, but I can't take it with these idiots. And obviously, like, they're gonna try to spin that against me. I don't fucking care. Like, I don't fucking care. But PumaFist, it's been known for a while that he... Oh, I don't want to say the statement. Okay, basically he said if they're... After puberty, girls are okay. Like, he said it in a much worse terms than that. Much worse terms than that. Much more sickening terms than that. But that is absolutely what he said. And it's really, really gross. And he's had conversations with him many, many times. And that's ridiculous. Like, obviously, that's ridiculous to say. But hold on, I'm looking right now, Shelby. I'm looking. What the? All right, let me show you what Shelby is showing here. He sent another picture from this set. And we got one more photo from the set. So this is what we're thinking is the Joker stuff. This is so fucking cool. This is, I mean, I really, really hope it is. I really, really hope. I can't wait to see this movie. I cannot wait to see this movie. For the record, Puma is not CG. He's a detractor that would debate. Okay, my apologies. All I know him from is him calling me and Saggy Melon harpies. And him being like, what was it? What did he say? Something ridiculous like, you're not allowed to block people on your platform even if they dox you. Like, it was just some wild ass shit, right? So I thought I just assumed all of his videos I saw were CG.
So here is okay, that's now I remember. So I make a follow.
Oh yeah, and he did try coming. Puma tried coming over to Robert's stream and shit. Like, the dude's just fucking weird, and he said some very, very pedo shit.
This person was retweeting this person. That's why I had taken a screenshot of them being a follower of this. And this person makes lolly content. You know,
I don't know who these people are, you dumb asshole. Like, I don't know who these people are. You act like this is some huge deal or gotcha, but I have literally zero clue who you're talking about. I don't follow these people. I don't care about these people, nor do I support lolly. What are you trying? What's your point here? Right? He's doing the guilty by association bullshit.
Shit, man. Fucking content about children in, the exact same kinds of contexts that are.
Who is he? I don't know. I don't know these people. I have no idea.
Cool shit, man. This is a mod for her chat. Maybe not anymore. I don't know. But, like, you'd think that.
Yes, you do. You're lying.
Be more conscious of this. I know exactly who the mods of my chat are, by the way. I know exactly who they are. I check it, I guess not very often, but, like, I've.
Oh. Should I? Challenge accepted.
Checked it a couple weeks ago just to make sure there wasn't anybody that I'd at some point modded and decided.
You guys! Did you just hear that? Okay, hold on. Here's the thing. Yes, this is grasping at straws, but he just goes, I just literally checked a few weeks ago. Are you really checking up on all your mods? Hold on. You're literally doing homework on your fucking mods, you psycho. Do you realize how crazy that sounds? Do you know why I have mods in my chat, the people who they are? Because I trust them enough to mod the chat. It's not that serious. I don't look up their personal life. I don't look up their Twitter history. I don't look up their Instagram or TikTok or how they treat me in the chat and how we interact back and forth is the best way to tell how a person is. Lord have mercy. He literally just says he checked up a few weeks ago. Bro, what's wrong with you? What the actual fuck is wrong with you? This is why I said I think he's online way too much.
Later on I shouldn't have. Whatever. Nope, all good people. So here is I don't know what that is. It's weird.
God Dane sounds like. Then this is it in a nutshell. God Dane sounds like an authoritarian. This is it in a nutshell. He is absolutely an authoritarian. He checks up on them to make sure that they haven't said anything mean or had any bad tweets. That is the most authoritarian fascist shit I have ever heard. And I know they love to throw that word around, and I've called a few people fascist myself. But Lord, have mercy. Reese, you are a mod. Wait, you're not a mod? I thought you've been a mod for like a million years. Really? My bad. I thought you were.
So here is Phoenix Tornado and Slick Jimmy posting some pretty cringe shit.
Again, I don't know who the fuck Phoenix Tornado is. I don't. I don't know who that is. And Slick Jimmy, I remember him. He did a book called I don't know the name of it. Something lethal no, not lightning. That's a different person. I don't know. But he did a book. And he was, I think, Comicsgate or Comicsgate adjacent. I'm pretty sure he was Comicsgate. Again, not on Twitter, so I don't give a fuck. But he came out and he got caught with a bunch of CP. We'll call it CP. Yeah, nobody knew, to my understanding. And nobody, not a single person defended it, to my understanding. So what are we doing here? What's your point here? He was a gross ass motherfucker that got put in jail, rightfully so. But you don't advocate, right?
You guys know who Slick Jimmy is? We can learn about him if you want to. But okay. So yeah, there we go. So this was when I called myself Forced Adversity, and this was just a comment he left, right?
I can't see.
Like, what the fuck does that mean, dude?
Oh, I do know. Yeah, Omega, that was not cool. Yeah, no, I know you weren't fishing. I thought you've been a mod the whole time. Little Girl Lethal, that's what it was called. That was what it was called. And it was like a blonde girl, like, it was just like a very, like, bodacious little, like, person. I don't know. I don't know anything about it because I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. But he came out and he got caught with CP and he got taken to jail. Like he should, right? Exactly. Okay, I do know what this comment is, and I will say, Omega, you crossed the line. He said something about something along the lines of like HMM ... Dane has a daughter ... Not cool. Fucking disgusting, actually. Like, you don't ever bring kids into the equation. Don't do that. I that's disgusting.
I mean, like, look, if I'm the most cynical take, and this is possible. Well, I would say this is possible if I didn't know so much about them. Like Comicsgate types, this could just be a tactic to get me to back off, right? Like, oh, we know you have a daughter. Maybe they don't mean anything by it except to kind of intimidate me. They definitely try to intimidate you.
I don't know, but regardless.
Okay, that's fucked up. Either way. It's just the kind of thing that's creepy as fuck, right? So here's a Michael Malone. He's a dude who he's got some health issues, but he's a good dude. He's on.
I don't know who these
Twitter,
people
constantly
are.
These guys hell.
This is the weirdest shit to me. He tries to equate all these people. He tries to equate all these people to me, and I have no fucking clue who they are. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Going blind. That sucks.
Someone's going blind.
I hope he's doing all right, but like, yeah.
That's a fucking awful.
Going blind. It's one of those. Honestly, it's kind of a fucking fear that I have of like, it would suck. Hope he's doing all right. Anyway, so, okay, well, that's cool that he expressed that. Hopefully it hasn't continued to get worse. I should check in on him actually. But now, what if somebody?
I want to address what Reese says here because it's very, very true. Why do these people feel they have the right to dig into people's lives they don't know? I mean, that's not exactly how he said it, but, dyslexia. I don't know. I don't know what thinks they have a right to search so far back to get a gotcha. They want to win so bad that they'll do anything. We saw that with me, 6 months ago, right? They want to gotcha so bad. I had to come out and say, and this was not his side of the equation. This was the other side of the equation, right? They forced me to put stuff out in the public that I didn't want to, right? And that was Comicsgate adjacent, right? Wrong is wrong no matter what. Wrong is wrong no matter what. And acting like this is normal behavior, this isn't normal human behavior. It's scummy. It's extremely scummy. It's underhanded and it's wrong. This is over a debate that was supposed to be about comics and about pop culture and, okay. What does being a mother have to do with that? I don't know.
Decided to make fun of that.
Okay, this is what iMega said. By the way, someone send me this through DM. Do you think this is another example of an anti-CG user who have bad luck? What? What? That's a dumb thing to say, but what the fuck does that have to do with me? Oh, right, nothing.
Suggesting that the blindness that Michael Malone has experienced is directly result of being critical of Comicsgate. Like, it's impossible to know for sure if this person is insane or just playing insane. I don't know.
That's what we are all thinking about you too, Dane. That is what we are all thinking.
This was a mod in Chudette's chat. This person. At some point, Chudette looked at this person and said, "You know what?
No, I don't do I don't do a fucking biography on people that I think could mod a fucking chat. It's not like I'm asking people to fucking go around and be superheroes. You're modding a chat. It's not that serious, Dane. Grow up."
Then here is Comicsgate posting their L's. You didn't know he was a pedo until last year, but his campaign went up to this about Slick Jimmy. Anyone seeing his work would know he was a pedo. Reminds me of that other guy uses little girl, blah, blah, blah. Japanese creators have been doing that kind of fan service content.
They have. Have you literally seen? I'm sorry. I think it's weird. I know people will disagree with me, but literally look at Demon Slayer when she grows older and she gets giant titties. It's weird. It's fucking weird.
Do you think they are also pedos? Just straight up defending. Well, what's he defending? Slick Jimmy Love. What does that mean? We'll look at that in a second.
This is wait, hold on. What was that you just backed over real quick?
Here's Miracle.
Hold on. Mega Arts is a Comicsgate troll who backed, supported, and followed known CP enthusiasts and really okay, so he backed a book. This leap in logic. This leap in logic is so fucking bad.
Oh man, calling that out.
Chudette. Hominous, I'm stealing that. Actual failure, yes.
Oh, so this is from iMega's
I'm stealing that.
Deviant art page. In this case, Deviant being more literal than usual. I mean, look, man.
Yeah, that's gross. What does that have to do with that with me? Again, this is what we keep coming back to.
Just with such
none of this has anything to do with me.
On such a specific thing as if she is so concerned about this issue, right? Motherfucker, you have had these people in and around your fucking pool the entire time. People who actually have,
Wait, iMega doesn't come around at all. Every once in a while he comments on something. But that's it. Again, the leap in logic is ridiculous.
Evidence.
And you're the one who was like, right? You better get rid of him or I won't ever speak to you.
But still, that is an attraction. And then there's just other examples of iMega. I have lots of screenshots here because I planned to do a stream about iMega at one point, and then I just decided not to at the last minute. So
okay, cool.
Just using Michael Malone's site just as a throwaway insult.
I'm going through this iMega stuff. I'm sorry if you guys know iMega or something. All you got to do is straight up ask him, hey, do you support that shit? Okay, story over.
Code, how it ended and the consequences on the industry and stuff tomorrow. Fucking be here, man. It's gonna be good. That's based, man. Like, yeah. I don't go around using that term. Like, I'm not like, I'm never good and never really like ideal, but like I can justify,
I'm talking about Ethan Van Sciver. Yep. Cool.
Exactly.
Don't fucking care.
Yeah, I mean, look. And we had
a veto. He's talking about veto. What the fuck does veto have to do with me? What? I thought it said Dan Slott at first. Dan Shada, thank you so much. Actual failure and organized clown. Those are so perfect. Like, seriously, if I have a title anymore, I'm stealing these. Don. I said Dan first. I'm sorry. Yeah. Those are perfect. Thank you so much, by the way. Yeah, straight up facts. He does this thing later on, too, where he's like, her channel's dying. Well, my channel's never been popular, right? So if you're going by like Johnny Depp trial, that's kind of an outlier. But my channel gets 3 times the views he does. Like my last video, I show that proof in. And my channel is dying. His is dead. Oh my God, Shelby. No, he didn't. Did he really defend that nasty shit?
Where this thing about Noah Bertlasky,
genderqueer and stuff?
Where'd it come from? Well, for one thing, Noah Bertlasky is non-binary.
He's going back to the Noah Bertlasky thing. I don't care if he is non-binary. I am not going to I will respect people's pronouns. I have no fucking problem with that. Right? You're an adult. I'm free to not do that, but I don't care. But if you are a pedo, I am not going to.
I don't know how much that has to do with it. I assume for some people that's almost everything to do with it. But in particular, the topic of how we deal with the people who harm children, right? And so I'm opening up articles right now because I definitely don't want to fucking misspeak here, and I will again say it.
Because he's trying to defend destigmatizing pedophilia.
That way,
and he doesn't want to get fucking hammered.
Clear about it right now. You can just take them as being dishonest, bad faith, and in the case I'm about to make about this is they are actually contributing to harm against children, as Nerdette's newsstand is doing.
I'm contributing to harm against children. Right? How? Because I'm not. Because that's the most ridiculous thing. It's the only way he knows how to fucking cope with this situation that he brought upon himself by mentioning that he wanted to destigmatize pedophilia. I had no idea he talked about it. We reacted to it live. And everybody was kind of stunned. Because nobody expects to hear that kind of rhetoric. Nobody expects to hear somebody say something like that.
As Saggy Melonz is doing. They are contributing to pedophilia. Yeah, I know. And this is not just a case of me going, no, you. Unlike them, I'm about to make a fucking case and lay out some evidence.
So remember, his hypothesis here is me and Saggy are both leading to harm towards children. His case is ridiculous.
So, stigma. The difference between destigmatization and normalization. This is something that just, even outside of this topic, it is very fucking good thing to understand. So please pay attention.
Okay. I'm going to let him talk. I'll let him explain. But here's the thing. Destigmatizing something absolutely leads to normalization. And that is the issue that both Saggy and I had, right? Destigmatizing something removes blame, removes that kind of shame upon it. he used rape as an earlier allegory. That was a terrible analogy. Being gay used to be stigmatized, right? Being gay used to be stigmatized. It is now not. That is a case where something being destigmatized is good, and it leads to normalization of people being able to come out, enjoy their life, live as adults. Do you really want to go down that path with pedophiles? Out of curiosity? Do you? Serious question, Dane. Do you really want to go down that path with pedophiles? This is what I hate. When people bring up to me that there are activists in the queer community that want to normalize this or destigmatize this. And I'm like, no, nobody could be that insane, right? Nobody is that fucking crazy. Hello, everyone. Meet Crazy. His name is Dane.
Please, if you're not sure about what these words mean in relation to each other, what the difference exactly is, they are different things. So stigma is a negative attitude toward people based on one aspect of their experience or identity. To destigmatize something is to remove the barriers of shame and open the door to dialogue. And now,
so he does want he does want the shame removed. Okay, he wants the shame removed.
Right there, I kind of flinch at that. I want you to understand I'm experiencing a lot of the shit that maybe you are. The shit that just people like Chudette run with. They don't even stop and question that or challenge or anything. So, but let's look at what's being said here. Remove the barriers of shame. Does that mean say it's okay for them to do what they're doing or what they want to do or whatever? No, absolutely not. So the shame aspect of it, when you think about, think of the shame from Game of Thrones, right?
Oh my God, you can't compare pedophiles to Game of Thrones. It's a... What? Okay.
What good did it do that, the church or whatever in Game of Thrones for them to parade?
Yes, absolutely, Homines. He's changing the meaning. Like, honestly, all you have to do is go look at Google. All you have to do is look at a thesaurus. All you have to do is look at a dictionary. We know what the word destigmatize means. You got caught saying some nasty ass shit, and you're trying to justify it by doubling down.
Parade, what's her name? Through the street naked, people throwing shit on her. They're ringing the bell of shame. What does that do? That shows that church has power. Sure. But other than that, I don't think it did anything. It showed the people who the boss is, kind of thing. And if that's the extent of your concern with this issue is to show people, oh, well, I'm shaming them for being, what most people agree is pretty fucking disgusting, which is people who harm children or who might harm children in a lot of cases. It's just disgusting. It's a disgusting idea. Okay.
And why do you want to destigmatize it?
Virtuous.
If you truly think that.
Good job.
Why would you want to destigmatize something you think is disgusting? This is why I don't believe him. This is why I don't believe him. Because the issue here is you wanting to remove shame. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's like saying, let's destigmatize murder. Nobody in their right mind would think that was okay.
Nothing. And as I've said, I'm about to make more the case that it actually contributes to the atmosphere that allows that shit to take place. So, like I said earlier, back up. To normalize something is to integrate that behavior or belief into mainstream society and to accept it as common and
Okay. I'm sorry. I know I keep doing this, but once you destigmatize something and and there's no shame involved, you are absolutely going to normalize that in society. And not to bring up, because I said I wouldn't, but the Matt Jarbo stuff, he was talking about someone in his family, I won't go into deep detail, that came out as a pedo. He won't have his kids around him. But you want to remove shame. Do you realize how fucked up that is? If you can't, And I don't know how any parent could think that was okay. I don't know how any human being could think that was okay, let alone a parent.
Remarkably ordinary part of life. Now, to be fucking clear, I will never, ever, ever advocate normalizing harming children in any way, shape, or form. It should not be normalized. Anyone who does try to normalize it should be, I don't know. I mean, if I was in person, like with somebody doing that, I might just fucking smack them. I don't know.
Like you keep doing these tough guy things. Like I might just hurt him.
Fuck no.
I don't believe you. Not after what you said.
Means this impulse for society to just want to murder these people in the streets, the way that fucking Floppy Titties was saying. You know what I mean? Like, that only makes you feel good. And in the moment of saying that, you're just kind of fucking high horse and like, I don't have any morals on anything else. But I got a moral on this. And like, wow, congratulations. You're so fucking brave, man. You're not brave or virtuous to make a stand on the one thing that just like generally everybody agrees with.
Neither are you, Dane. You are not brave or virtuous. Nothing about what you have done is brave or virtuous. Everything you've done is attack other people online. Everything you have done has been about showing your ass online. None of it is brave. None of it is virtuous. Some of it's quite sick, honestly, like beyond sick, but you're okay with that. That tells me all I need to know about you. That tells me all I need to know about you. Robert or Hooded, can one of you guys get that tip? I have it, but it won't let me put it on here. It's really weird. That's really weird. It's not letting me paste it. Yeah, it's saying it's a stupid program. It's fucking nasty. Okay, let me read this. Anonymous tip. Once they get it, I will bring it up. The scary thing is children having access to certain content then should be... there we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. The scary thing, once it takes its sweet ass time, is children having access to certain content then should not be due to smartphones and social media and some parents not monitoring those things. I am 100% for parents parenting, right? Do your fucking job. Do your job. Oh, that was you, MPause? I'm sorry, it came up anonymous. Thank you so much, MPause. The link I sent you via email regarding the UN's discussion of age of consent is worrying enough. Yes, I actually did see that. And it is terrifying to think that these people think that underage children can consent. And shit like this will only make that worse. Destigmatizing bad behavior is not okay. We would never destigmatize other crimes. Think about that. Think about that. Would we ever destigmatize, like someone said in the chat earlier, murder? Would we ever destigmatize that? Would we ever destigmatize, even though I think he misspoke, actual rape? Would we ever destigmatize those things? No, these are crimes. These are crimes, Dane. You don't destigmatize criminal behavior, especially. You don't fuck with children. There's something very wrong with your brain.
It's actually pretty fucking cowardly. Like it should just be taken for granted that nobody wants fucking children harmed, right? Like, oh, you want to kill them in the streets? Good for you. Anyway, so destigmatizing rape does not normalize rapists.
Nobody's destigmatizing rape. I fucking hope not. They're destigmatizing victims. But this is the third time you said about destigmatizing rape.
Okay. There's been work about destigmatizing rape. Like I said, it used to not, it just was stigmatized word, but like
I don't think he understands language.
Nobody would ever talk about it because there was nothing, nobody cared. It was basically just inconvenient to anybody in power, any men. Like, so women often didn't even report it. It wasn't even a thing. Still some problems there for sure. But by over time destigmatizing it, there's
nobody like Jesus criminy. I have to fix his words because I think I understand his meaning, but he's so dumb he can't do basic English. Nobody is destigmatizing rape, nor should they be. The fact that you said it 3 times now is disgusting.
Path to preventing it. There's some path to, justice if it does happen. There's a path to healing and recovery, mental health journey, for people who experience it, right? And we can identify when someone is a rapist, has raped. Of course, rape cases are all backed up throughout the country. Fucking horror show when you look at those details, but that's another story. Nonetheless, to destigmatize conversations on race in America does not normalize racists, right?
Was there, we're doing this false equivalency thing here again, right? He's trying and that's what makes me wonder, right? He's saying destigmatizing talking about race. Race is something somebody cannot help. They are born that way. Are you trying to advocate that pedophiles are born that way? Because I would love to see your evidence on that. I really would. Otherwise, it's a false equivalency, Dane. Again.
It removes the disgrace and the shame associated with discussing race. Look, I work to destigmatize racism all the time on this channel.
You are so brave. You are so brave. I'm so proud of you, Dane.
Actually, racism is not like evil, like some people seem to think it is. I say pretty often that racism is a collection of biases. Many times we don't even realize that we have them. I used to have them.
Nobody is born anything. I was born white. What are you talking about? Spreading bigotry and misinformation.
I probably still do to some degree, just, thankfully not to any harmful way. But I'm sure maybe there's some black people in the audience or people of color generally that spot something now and then that I'm not aware of, that I say that is bias, that is a racist bias. I don't know. But I work to destigmatize that because the right does, if you're racist, you're just evil. And no, not really.
So racists aren't evil. Yeah. He's okay. I actually don't. I do think people are sometimes just douchebags or trying to be funny or something. But yeah, he just, a leftist generally would not say racists aren't evil, but he just definitely did. Mentally or sexually. I knew what you meant. I just had to be an asshole.
If you're racist, you have a problem that you can work on. Simple as that. I mean, it's not simple, but that's my starting point. If you aren't aware of your biases and someone points them out to you and says, hey, that actually
this can't be compared. Absolutely, Derek, but he's going to try over and over again.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. How can I learn how to, kind of untie that knot, right? That's a good thing. That's what you should do. Now, if you hear me say that and you go, oh, fuck you, you're the real racist for even pointing that out. Well, yeah, you're kind of heading down a path of chuddery.
You're heading down a path of chuddery. Get them chuds, buddy. You are the white savior. Stop it. I mean, yeah, I don't agree that, exactly here. I agree that racism isn't fundamentally evil. There are biases we're born or grown up around, right? People don't understand. But there are certain degrees of that is fundamentally evil, right? There are certain degrees of that can get fundamentally evil. I was just surprised I heard such a far leftist say that they weren't all evil. Okay.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think it's important that we talk about that, right?
Again, this coming from the guy that called the black man chunky monkey.
I'm not saying some are okay or better than others or whatever. I'm just saying if we don't understand them on these levels, we can't fucking change things. And I really want to change things. So people say that the criminal justice system is racist. How can a system of law and law enforcement be racist? That doesn't make any sense. It's not a person. So that's very clearly a different type of racism than just a person who holds racial biases right there.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. In case you're all stupid, let Dane explain it to you.
Racial biases, and they
he is your white savior and Lord.
Things that could be hurtful to anybody or whatever, and then they're just one day they say something and somebody points out, and they go, "Oh shit, okay, yeah, I'm gonna work on that." That's good. Great. That's what people need to do. We need more of that. We need that all the time. We need everybody to be aware of when beliefs that they hold.
Angelo, thank you so much.
And so on.
Oh my God, this guy is hard. Sorry, Tris, but F this guy and his BS ideology. That's the thing, though. Angelo. He is better than you. His morality is superior to yours. I didn't want to be the one to break it to you, Angelo, but he knows better. He does. He knows better because his ideology said so. This sounds like, you know what this reminds me of? I'm just joking with you, Angelo, by the way. It reminds me of like super devout Christians, right? That will literally like justify slavery because God had it in the Bible, right? Like this is what it reminds me of. And it's ridiculous because, again, I don't know everything. I've never pretended to ever know anything. I'm constantly learning, constantly evolving, constantly trying to listen to other people's perspectives. And I grow and learn every day because of it. But Dane already fucking knows better. I should have realized that. I don't know why I didn't just ask him for all the answers. I don't know why I just didn't go to Dane and ask him for all the answers, because he is clearly not the bigot in this situation. That's me, the radical centrist.
But if you're just, your gut instinct is to impulse, no, fuck you, everything you don't like is racist, I get. Or oh yeah, words are racist now, huh? That type of thing. That's shitty. That's a spectrum. We're starting to see a spectrum there. The first example is like one thing. Second is more in the, like, oh, you're kind of taking it in a direction. Now taking it further from there, if you then YouTube channel and you start saying that, racism is not a problem anymore.
Jesus
I can't
Christ.
believe all the leftists are talking about, like, then, because you're using a platform, because you're constantly putting that.
Remember, he said his hypothesis here was actually to debunk and, okay, tattoos then, Spiffy. There's a lot of examples I can use. I just grabbed one out of my head. But yes, it was Christians who abolished slavery. Yes. His whole premise here was to give you his argument on why destigmatizing pedos was a good thing. And we've listened to it and not heard one substantiated, fact-based point that could change our mind otherwise. The only thing we heard was his opinion, and his opinion, and his opinion. Okay.
And not just that stupid, harmful view out into the world, and you're influencing people's thoughts that are then going to go out and interact in the world, and so on and so forth. Yeah, you become much more of a piece of shit because you are having a ripple effect in society.
Still, one argument, or 1 hour in, we still don't know the argument. Yes, that's the point.
Talking about these things, as uncomfortable as they are, is necessary to combating them.
Dane not only wants to save all those silly minorities and gay people, he wants to save all the pedos now. That's the point. That's the point, right? He wants to save as many people as possible from themselves, from their ideology, from their ignorance. These are the worst kind of people.
I don't want to live in a world where the only way that we ever deal with children being harmed is after the fact. Okay? I don't want to live in a world where we go, oh,
no, nobody ever said that either.
He's done a bunch of stuff.
Weird, right?
I want to live in a world where
it's almost like we never said that.
Of his cousin, which, by the way, his cousin just on his own accord said, hey, he hasn't offended, he hasn't touched anyone, he hasn't done anything, but he could tell he had a problem, and he fucking sought help. That is what we want to happen. No children.
Let me bring up what Joseph usually has something relatively intelligent to say, so I give him the benefit of the doubt. The argument being the lesser stigma will encourage pedos to seek help. However, there is nothing proven to reverse pedophilia. This is why people say they're born that way. Right, but there's nothing proven that they are, right? There's nothing proven that they are. At least that I've come across, and I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last time. But that doesn't change the fact that what the whole premise behind it is fucking sick. Destigmatizing pedophilia will only lead to normalization. And I'm not okay with that. And I never will be, and you won't change my mind on that. Not you, Joseph, just people in general, right?
Children were harmed in that case. No fucking child was harmed. And that guy is going to get treatment. And he's going to be monitored. He's going to,
and people's children can't be around him. You realize how fucked up that is?
We have systems for people who've offended, right? So like if you are a sexual offender and then you get out of prison, you have to go around telling your neighbors.
All right, another guy joined him at some point who I wasn't familiar with until...
I did get frustrated back when he was...
he does go through... Okay, this is hilarious. He goes through the whole thing again. Remember when Bob tried to make the case? You can see a little bit through there that it says D-Day Cobra. Remember when Bob tried to make the case that Geeks and Gamers was for children? I actually would love, because in your YouTube analytics, you actually get your demographic breakdown. You can get it by country, you can get it by age, by gender, whatever. I would love to see, just out of pure curiosity, what it was for Geeks and Gamers or Park Hoppin' or whatever they said, right? And this is obviously in no defense of their, there's more nuance to this conversation. I'm not defending D-Day Cobra. What I'm saying is, I would love to see the stats behind their demographic, because to be real here, it's not children watching their fucking content. It's ridiculous to even put that assertion out there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Angelo. I've never heard anyone try to make that argument until him. And then he's like, "Oh, look, they've got a link back to their channel. So what? So what? Like, so what? Does that offend you? Who cares?" They make this like argument that it should be age gate, that these people should age gate their fucking content. They should age gate their content. For what reason? For what reason? For giving their opinions, it needs to be age gated? For one, again, I'm going back to the whole thing of a parent should parent. Maybe you should know if you don't want your children watching that content. Like, these people are the crazy people. Not even kidding. They made a Chrome extension. This is not a joke, okay? I want to be very clear when I say this. They made or had made or found a Chrome extension so you could block chud YouTubers. They have a Chrome extension in a lot of their videos that'll make it so you can block, like, a critical drinker or something. What? What? Like, are you that? Like, there is a thing that says don't recommend channels. And like, mine is constantly lo-fi because I listen to lo-fi when I go to sleep. So I'm like, don't recommend channel, like, because it always comes up. And you can do that right on YouTube. But they have a Chrome extension literally to block these channels. For one, it's weird. It's an obvious overstep. Can you guys stop fighting? What is wrong today? There are all sorts of hormonal brother humping brother action. Like, it's very, very weird. My cats are very weird. Incest kitties to the rescue. But yeah, anyone can make an extension. All it takes is a know-how. Oh, come on, MPAWS. We all know I don't know how to do anything like that. It's like fucking rocket science to me. It's rocket science. But still, isn't it weird? Isn't it weird? Like, to have a thing set up so if you've ever been harassed by the evil right-wingers, fill out this survey. I'm going to use it for content. if you've ever been harassed, like ambulance chasers, you guys remember those? It's like the ambulance chasers that were like, if you've ever been in a car accident, that's what they remind me of. Ambulance chasers. If you've ever had a mean comment directed your way that called you a fatty fatkins, fill out this form below. If you've ever had anything bad said about you ever, even if it was by your mama, I want to know about it. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. Are you really that upset with me? Hi.
Because as the point we make in the fucking mission statement suggests, says, and is true to anyone that's honestly analyzing this, geeks and gamers, as well as others, very obviously try to paint over what their real intentions are, their political, social commentary with we're just some geeks and gamers, guys. That's all. We're just some.
Wait, hold on. So their opinions are invalid because they're right wingers. Like, I go at right wingers. I think it was Empos that called me out the other day that said I don't go at left wing people. I do. I go at idiots, like, all the time. But for certain reasons, like if a video is actually like, I use this example all the time. Yellow Flash did a video one time about Batman and Catwoman, or the Batman movie, where he said Catwoman, that they wanted to desexualize Catwoman. It wasn't true. What he took was out of context, and she was actually naked in the article. I did a video about it. I don't have to do a video about their opinions, because if people agree with them, that's allowed. We live. It's weird, right? We live in America. Okay, well, not all of us, but some of us do. That's what we were founded upon. So those evil right-wingers have a gaming or a Geeks and Gaming channel. And that's a bad thing because their opinions aren't allowed in the nerdy sphere. And I think that's why I wanted to start with the name we ended up going with for the backup channel was the Geeky Gazette. I got it all done. Kind of. And that's why I want to have all opinions, right? Because no opinions really aren't inherently evil. They're formed by your life experiences, maybe what you believe politically or even spiritually, but they're not inherently evil. Acting upon that is something different. But still, that is why it's so important to look at this shit and go, you're trying to censor them. For one, by having it age gated. For two, by saying that their politics play a role. So do yours. You're a hypocrite. That's why I called you out. So do yours. But you're saying that their bias is not allowed. You're saying that their bias is not allowed, but yours is. Again, I'm going to go with the big ol' F word. You're a fucking fascist. And you claim to be anti-fascist, right? No, you're not. You're okay, maybe not fascist. Authoritarian. Right? Because he doesn't have any real power. He doesn't have any real power. He thinks he does, but he doesn't.
Geeks and gamers, no big deal. We're just mad because the content sucks and what now or whatever. And also, January 6th, they stole the election and Trump, should be God Emperor forever. And also inject yourself with bleach because COVID's not real, right?
What?
I don't know. Was it on that channel? You might be right. I honestly forgot.
Inject yourself with bleach?
No. So you called it a joke, but like, jokes are funny. No, I know what you mean.
I don't quite get that.
No. Just I believe a trans. No.
Okay, he's going to talk about Tucker Carlson. I
just know the broad.
This is the other guy. I don't know who this guy is. I just seen him today. His name is DJ Eric. But before I show you that, before we go into any of that, I want to show you guys something real quick before I forget. Remember when we were talking about that mission statement of the Fandom Initiative? And they basically took, I asked Bob specifically, if he believes somebody could change their opinion in 4 years, talking about Eric July. They have a big problem with Eric July, which is weird, but they've called him plenty of names. We all know this. Again, not defending Eric July. He tries to conflate this like I'm defending these people. No, I'm actually showing your hypocrisy out for the world to see. So one of the things they said in their mission statement was, these people deceptively edit stuff. They deceptively edit stuff and make it for their narrative. And one of the things was Eric July. And it's actually very funny because this was the video that they had found that they themselves deceptively edited to make it seem like Eric July was this big Miles Morales fan and okay with gender and sexuality and race changes.
Let's talk about something that isn't really new, but I think it requires a video because I want folks to understand where I'm coming from with this. Changing the race, ethnicity, and so forth of a pre-established character is some of the wackest shit ever, but let me explain.
That's all you got to see, right? That explains, that literally is showing. They took a clip from further in this video when he talks about Miles. And he says, all race and gender and sexuality swaps are not created equal. I think we could all agree to that, right? Like when it comes to Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, fucking great character. She-Hulk, Reese's favorite character. Everybody loves some She-Hulk. But they deceptively took and said, I think he had basically said Miles is a different version or something like that. I don't know. Of Peter Parker. And they were like, see, he liked Peter Parker before. He liked him before. And they edited out everything else to make it seem like these people are manipulating you. Just like the other side of the coin is. And that was my whole point of this. That was my whole point about this entire thing. Was they are the other side of the coin. And then they literally show us over and over again that that's what they are. And I know I had a couple people specifically upset that I went after them. For one, I didn't. I tried to have a conversation where I understood these people, and I was unable to because I thought maybe they'd be able to explain their hypocrisies, and they were not. They were not. Or their use of weird shit, like the pedophilia shit, right? I will never understand you. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. You're sick. You're sick in the head. But that was the whole point of that. I didn't have to say a single fucking word. They exposed themselves. I didn't have to deceptively edit everything. I didn't have to try to manipulate you guys. I didn't have to do anything but show you exactly what these kind of people were. And they showed themselves. They showed their own hand. We got racism, sexism, misogyny. Okay, well, maybe not misogyny, because I don't know. We got it all. And we got over and over again them saying that it's okay to say Uncle Tom. We got over and over again saying it's okay to say Chunky Monkey. We got over and over again them deceptively editing shit and lying to their fans. And I had people upset with me that I called it out. I don't know if you're new. Maybe I have some new leftist followers from the past couple years. But as much shit as people want to give me, I haven't changed. I call out bullshit, and I always have. And that's what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I don't know this person. Is anyone familiar with DJ Eric?
Because the premise is false of the claim being made. I can look at the YouTube video, I can hear the premise from people I trust telling me what's being said, and I know that anything else said after that is bullshit. So we're just, like I like to do, I like to attack premises here because they're faulty.
Give them a platform and they'll hang themselves. That's right.
It lasts over 2 hours.
And people were mad at me for it. I can't help it. I didn't say the words, they did.
Shut it is using to her advantage for clickbait is that people associate the word destigmatize to mean normalized.
No, people. This is what he does over and over again, and I called him out for this before. He acts like the audience is fucking stupid, right? He acts like everybody listening is stupid. We don't know the definitions of words, Savior Dane. Will you please tell us them? We know what destigmatize means. We simply don't agree with you. I would say the majority of people don't agree with you.
And so we kind of, broke down why those are very different things. Why destigmatization is actually the thing that will, make it so that less people are harmed, right? Yeah. Children. Whereas what she's doing is undermining destigmatization and making it mean normalization to her audience, which actively works in favor of predators.
No, it absolutely does not. I would love you to back that up with facts and evidence. I know who Dana is. Enon Prime Investigations. You actually came up in my recommendations the other day. You did. And I think it was for you covering organized chaos and our debate. And I watched some of it.
Right? Would you say that's unfair?
Well, I mean, I heard parts of that, and I can actually equate this to something that happens in the gay community a lot. That's been an issue for years, and that is HIV and AIDS. Now, there's a big push for destigmatizing HIV and AIDS. Now, that doesn't mean people are advocating for people to go out and contract, HIV. That's not at all what it means.
What? This is again with the false equivalencies that I can't stand. This is intellectually dishonest. AIDS and HIV is a disease. It is something that you get through sex, right? It is a disease. It is not an attraction to children, you sick motherfucker.
Means it's just getting rid of the stigma around it so that the people who do have it, however they may have gotten it through promiscuous means, or whether it was an accident or maybe it was something related to addiction, whatever way caused them to have it, the destigmatization of it in the 90s and still happening now in 2023 has allowed for treatment of that. And it doesn't mean that people are okay with people going out and contracting.
Is this guy gay? Out of curiosity, does anyone know?
So there's a difference. So nobody.
Not that I give a fuck, but he's got big gay energy.
Nobody's trying to normalize.
I'm sure that's going to be seen as phobic. Obviously, people that don't know I'm not.
And be able to treat the actual issue and not create this illusion of some boogie person that you can't talk about it. That's a lot of times, like, if you think about it, the oppression that you in terms of, like, people that are dealing with this.
I fucking knew it. I knew it. Again, if you've been in my channel for any length of time, you'll know I don't give a fuck. I just noticed that I grew up and I when I was younger, I didn't get along with women very well. And I always gravitated towards queer men because they were always like, they weren't predatory. They didn't want to like sleep with you, but they also could tell you like, if you look good in a dress, right? So they were always my best friends growing up. I had two. And my gaydar is honed in well.
Was the idea of silence. Like, you have to keep people quiet so they won't say anything. And that's how a lot of people were able to get away with this kind of stuff over the years. So,
yeah, the example I gave was, I talked about how, and I just learned this looking into this the other day yesterday, that we had, as a society, had to destigmatize rape, period. Like, and that a certain...
You guys... I really, truly think he's misspeaking. But that's the fourth fucking time he said about destigmatizing rape. I am trying to be charitable here, you guys. Over and over again, I am trying to be charitable. But you have said 4 times about destigmatizing rape. I don't get speechless very often.
Point. I don't know when it really kind of started to get better. There are obviously still some issues there, but like before it was work towards destigmatization happened, it was just not talked about, period. And that, like, I know, for instance, someone in my family, she's an older woman, but like shared her experience with her stepfather as a kid and how her mother reacted whenever she told him, this is in like the 60s, okay, that her stepfather had sexually assaulted her when she was, I don't know, like 4.
I really truly think he means victims. I really, look how long this shit is, you guys. We're not going through all this. If anyone wants a link, I'll be happy to send it to you. But
the other thing is, like, I'm not going to have someone debate or interview me or whatever who is not part of my community and try to tell me that when I see homophobia, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Right.
What? Okay, we believe you. I don't know who's doubting or debating you on that. I don't know this guy. Maybe people debate him all the time.
Like, how can I call them this? Well, because I'm a gay man in my fucking late 40s. I know homophobia when I see it. I can tell you what it is. I can give you examples. The issue is that you're not going to accept any example that I give you because you've already decided that I'm branding them unfairly.
We cannot let these people start to fucking dictate what is and is not bigotry. The moment
you don't get to decide what's bigotry, only they do. You guys hear that? You don't get to decide what is bigotry. Only Dane, Savior Dane. Awesomeic, email me, nnewsstand@gmail.com, and I'll send it to you back. 2 N's, 2 S's. Only he is allowed to decide what bigotry is. Fuck Merriam-Webster's. You don't get to decide what bigotry is. Well, if that's the case, then you can make it into anything, right? Someone can be like, I don't think that person's nice. Bigotry. We've seen that recently. Like, I'll bring politics into it. I don't fucking care. The scary lady from Chicago tried to say that she didn't get reelected because of bigotry. No, she didn't get reelected because she was terrible. Like, you can't use that as a fucking sword and shield every single time. It doesn't work that way. That means you can't be criticized then, and it's just called bigotry. There are true bigots out there for fucking sure, Dane. We're watching one. We have been for the past 2 hours. You are a bigot. As much as you don't want to fucking admit it, you are a bigot. I hate to break it to you, but you are your worst nightmare. Literally, a particular prejudice against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular group. So, Dane is 100% a bigot towards right-wingers, right? He's made that clear throughout. He is 100% everything that he hates. After the shit we have heard come out of his mouth, you are a bigot.
The moment that we start letting that, and I'm not saying that's what Bob was doing. Bob, see, that what I mean by he's too nice is that he took her at face value that she just wanted to talk kind of thing. Yeah. And he thought that maybe he was kind of,
again, another lie. I already showed you guys the comment.
Don't assume that people can be that dishonest, but they are.
They are, but the thing is, she was arguing against the terms of service for YouTube. That's the first thing I want to brought up. If she wants to argue about bigotry and what it is very clear what is defined as bigotry by YouTube's terms of service. That is attacking people on sexuality, gender identity, all of those things.
Okay, well then Dane should be deplatformed. Dane should be deplatformed for the things that he said. Absolutely. Absolutely. Bob didn't know it was a debate. I literally showed the comment earlier. I showed the comment. He knew it was a debate. He said he didn't win. He wanted a discussion. I said debate. Idiots.
That is what they define as bigotry.
Holy. The one thing that I didn't get to, by the way, that I guess I can go ahead and do
Maybe
now
should be the platform for his bigotry if he wants to follow his own rules.
Survivor.
That's exactly what you're. I know I keep interrupting. I'm sorry. Again, if you want the link, I will gladly send it to you. He can't. I know he tried to copyright strike Commie Mark, but let him try. Here's the thing. What was the thing? I forgot the thing. Damn it, I forgot the thing. I don't remember the thing.
Of childhood sexual assault. And
what did he say?
Didn't get to, by the way, that I guess.
Oh, that was what I was going to say. Okay. I literally caught Bob in this, rules for thee, but not for me bullshit. Because he goes, they, talking about their channel needing a age restriction, right? It should be 18 plus. That's what they said. It should be age gated. And I said, well, wouldn't that make your content then age gated also? Because you're covering them. That's all you do is cover them for the most part. Shouldn't your content be age gated too? And then he walked it back, right? Got to walk that back. Because he doesn't want to be age gated because he knows exactly how that goes down when you get completely pushed out of the algorithm. Just like Bob wanted to pull Sargon, I thought we had a discussion. Yeah, it was always a debate. I don't care. I have proof of this.
So I can go ahead and do now is I have an account from someone who is a survivor of childhood sexual assault and who is now an advocate.
This is so long. I can't do it.
Right?
Mm-hmm. What is that white thing that pops up? Oh my God, they're talking about the Transformers introducing a first non-binary robot. Okay. I think you broke my brain. I think you fucking broke my brain. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. I will send it to you. This was never with them about fandom. This was never with them about functioning and making fandom a better place. But it was always about pushing their politics, pushing their ideology. And his ideology isn't the problem. It's the fact that he thinks he's better than you. Actually, he knows it, right? And you don't know definitions. I don't know. Oh my God. I can't do it anymore. I'm sorry. He broke me. He broke me. Email me if you want the link. It's nnewsstand@gmail.com. 2 N's, 2 S's. I can't do it anymore, you guys. I'm sorry. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.